This edition of MacVoices is sponsored by PDF Pen and PDF Pen Pro by Smile, the essential PDF utility. Download free demos and find out more at smilesoftware.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices in Las Vegas for NAB. Folks, we had to stop by the Zoom booth. We wanted to talk to John about everything that Zoom does, some of the new high-end field recorders, as well as some of the more consumer-level stuff. And what was interesting, I took some classes in post-production world over the weekend, and they were touting, as they always do, the Zoom recorders, and some of the additions they've made that make it easier for the guys in the studio and make it a little more complete for the guys in the field. John, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, so what do we have here?
So here we have the Zoom F4, F8N, and the F Control, which is a controller for these two field recorders. So these are our top-of-the-line field recorders with built-in time code, our best preamps, and just a lot of power options, which gives you a lot of flexibility to take these anywhere you go. And if you hook that up with the F Control, you have a lot more control over these, remotely, excuse me. So you can have this put away in a bag or in a cart and have this out to control everything. Your menu, you could connect a USB keyboard to name your tracks or add metadata to save time in post-production so all your files are ready to go. And it just makes everything very simple, especially for those that prefer a hardware controller.
Yeah, the entering of the metadata in the field was what they were talking about, and I found it really interesting. It would seem like that would just such an obvious thing. It would make a lot of sense to be able to keep track of what is where.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real time saver.
So we should ask about the pricing of something like this, because this is professional level gear.
Yeah, it's actually very affordable. We like to price our products so it's very accessible to people that are trying to get into the field. If you're just learning how to work on a TV or film production, these are great options. The F4, which has fewer inputs, is $549.99, and the F8N is $999.99. And the controller, to control either of them, $349.99. So compared to a lot of other manufacturers' products that can tackle the same features, it's a lot more accessible.
Now this, as we said, is the high end of the Zoom line, but we also have a lot of things that are very affordable for those that are on a bit more of a budget or just getting started out.
Absolutely.
So let's go talk about those.
Yeah, let's.
So I have an earlier version of one of the, I think it was the H4 that I use all the time. It will not die. I wish it would die so I could get a new one and justify it. But these are the more consumer level or entry level things.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the H4N Pro, our latest version of the H4 line of products. So with this, compared to the older models, you'll have lower noise on the inputs down here. They have a lower noise floor on the preamps. And the built-in mics up here can handle a higher level before distorting. So the basic idea with this H4N Pro, it runs off AA batteries, records to an SD card, and wherever you go, you can record 4 channels of audio. So you could use the stereo built-in mics, you could use the inputs down here, or all 4 at the same time. And it's very affordable. $219.99 is the price. And it's just a great solution for a musician, a filmmaker. You could put this on your DSLR camera. You could use this for basically any type of audio recording.
Well, I realize it depends on how many channels you're capturing, but how much audio can you get on, say, a standard SD card?
So, yeah, it all depends on the format that you're recording in. I should mention you could record up to 96 kilohertz 24-bit audio files, WAV files, so professional level audio. And with a 32 gigabyte card at the highest settings, you'd get tens of hours. You can put in up to a 32 gigabyte card in this model. And most people would probably record at something like 44.1 16-bit or 4824. And with that, again, you would get tens of hours, 30, 40 hours, which is very reasonable.
And how about, we've got those tens of hours of recording. How many hours of recording do we have from the battery standpoint?
So battery life, I believe, is around 6 to 10 hours with alkaline AA batteries. It takes 2 AA batteries. You could also put in nickel metal hydride or lithium batteries in here, and you'll get about double the battery life with those. It also has a stamina mode, which would only allow you to record 2 channels of audio instead of 4, and that also about doubles the the battery life.
So you can go all day with one of these with no trouble.
Yeah, definitely. And there's also an option for a power adapter if convenient, if you're near wall power.
Now those are some of the base, but we have a whole lot of other things back here behind us. What all do we have back here?
So we also have the H5 and the H6. The H5 is very similar to the H4n Pro, except you're able to interchange the microphone capsules. So you'll see that you can pull it off and swap it out with the different microphone capsules that we have available. It comes with an XY capsule similar to the H4n Pro, except you could also swap it out with 2 different shotgun capsules that we have, or we have the EX-H6, which gives you 2 more XLR 1/4-inch combo inputs, so you can record up to 4 channels of audio, external mics on the H5, or up to 6 on the H6. And it just gives you a lot more versatility, and you could even remove them if you're putting it on a camera to reduce some weight if you don't need the built-in mics. So overall, just gives you more versatility.
On the other side of the wall here, I noticed, though, that you're starting to market to podcasting quite a bit more. What solutions do we have for that?
So on the other side, you'll see the L12 and our new L20R. We also have the L20. All of these are mixers and recorders. We've had some multi-track recorders in the past, our R series, which I would say foremost are recorders, and you could use them as a mixer, but they're not really designed to be. But with the L series, they work great as a mixer. You can save up to 9 different scenes. You have much more expansive EQ that's more accessible with hardware knobs. And for podcasting, it's great because you don't need a computer. You just insert an SD card. You can record everything on the go without a computer. Eliminate your headphone amp because it has 5 different headphone outputs for which you could create a custom mix, so everyone can tailor their mix exactly how they want it. And it's just a great all-in-one solution for a podcaster or in your practice space if you want to record your rehearsals or whatever it may be.
So in other words, well, I almost forgot. I also see now that there's a 360 recorder, which is really intriguing. We just talked to the folks at Insta360 about their 360 video, but 360 audio?
Yeah, so we have a all-in-one 360 audio solution to pair with your 360 camera. We haven't yet ventured into the 360 camera territory, but typically to record 360 audio, you would need an ambisonics microphone and a recorder with ambisonics recording capability, typically meaning that you can link the gain for the inputs, because every input must have the exact same amount of gain, so all the capsules have the same amount of gain. So you could do that with our F4 and our F8N that we showed you earlier, but if you want a more all-in-one solution, you could go with the H3VR, which has a built-in recorder and a built-in ambisonics mic, a first-order ambisonics mic. And it's just an all-in-one solution, great for a run and gun or someone who's just trying to get into producing VR content. And you can pair that with a camera like an Insta360 or a GoPro or a Ricoh. And yeah, it's a great way to get into it.
So if I take one of those recordings, play it back, put on a set of headphones, I'm going to hear things behind me they sound like they're behind me.
Absolutely, yeah. So on the H3VR, it has a built-in accelerometer and gyroscope. So in playback, you can rotate the recorder to simulate how it would sound if you were playing back on a virtual reality headset, which is a pretty unique feature. Most recorders don't have the ability to monitor in 360 while you're on the field. So that's pretty unique about it. It's an exciting feature. Yeah.
Very nice. So I'm not going to try to ask you to do the pricing of all this stuff. It's just too much. But the website where folks can go to learn more and get the pricing is?
Absolutely, yeah. It is zoom-na.com. NA is in North America.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the time, John. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you for stopping by.
Folks, we'll have more from NAB in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.